Hi everyone, namaste. Thank you for joining me, our third week of yoga together. Today we are going to start as usual in a comfortable seated position. You can sit with the legs crossed or on the shins. I have my hands in Yana Mudra, first finger and thumb touching. You can rest the hands on the thighs, palms up or down. Go ahead and close your eyes as we settle into the practice. Taking our awareness to the breath. Watching the body as you inhale and exhale. Become the witness of the breath. And now we'll take our awareness to heart center, just to the right of the physical heart. In the yoga philosophy, they say this is where our truest nature resides, always in a state of pure bliss. And we'll bring the hands together, palms to touch at heart center. We'll open our practice with one community breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale through the mouth. Now you can open the eyes or keep the eyes closed. Our breathing exercise, we're just going to do calming breathing. So we're going to begin by breathing in for 3 and out for 6. So we're going to breathe out for twice as long as we breathe in, and then I'll change it to inhaling for 4 and out for 8, but you can continue with the 3-6 breath if you need to. So let's close our eyes again, close the mouth, and begin to breathe in through the nose. 2, 3. Exhale through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale. 2, 3. Exhale. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now see if you can go to 4 and 8. Inhale, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly blink open the eyes and we'll begin our asana practice. We're going to begin in table. I'll come back on my mat. So the palms and the wrists will be directly underneath the shoulders, the knees directly underneath the hips. We're going to start with a few cat-cows. As we inhale, we're going to drop the belly, lift the head, and exhale, round the spine. Pull the belly button in. Release the head. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Now move at your own pace. Follow the breath. Keep the belly pulled in. Let go of the neck as you find cat. Let's do one more. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. And now let's inhale, come back to a neutral spine. We're going to go into thread the needle. And inhale, lift the right arm up. And exhale, thread it through the body. Release the shoulder and the right ear to the mat. Close the eyes. You can keep the left hand where it is or reach the left hand forward. Let's bring the left hand back underneath the shoulder. Inhale, lift the right arm back up. Exhale, release it down. Now let's inhale, left arm up. Exhale, thread it through. Drop the left ear and the left shoulder to the mat. Close the eyes. You can extend the right hand if you like. Breathe into the shoulder. Now let's bring the right hand underneath the shoulder. Inhale, lift the left arm up. Exhale, release it down. We're going to curl the toes under and lift the hips, downward facing dog. You may need to walk the hands out or the feet back here. Release the chest back to the thighs. The neck is relaxed. You can pedal out the feet here, bending one knee and then the other. The fingertips spread wide. Press into the first finger and the thumb. Protect your wrists. And keep lifting the hips up. Now let's inhale, gaze towards the hands. Hop, step, or walk your way to forward fold. And then we'll bring the palms together, rise all the way up. Lift the arms overhead, hands at heart center. Moving through two sun salutations. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Right foot back, drop the right knee, open the chest. Ashtadhana Shavanasana. Palms to the mat, plank. Lower the knees, chest and chin. Hips up, elbows in. Inhale, Cobra, Bhujangasana. Exhale, curl the toes under and lift the hips, downward facing dog. One breath here. Inhale, right foot comes between the hands, drop the left knee, heart opens forward. Left foot meets the right, Uttanasana. Palms together, rise up, hands at heart center. Lift the arms up and back. Exhale, forward fold. Left foot comes back, drop the left knee, heart opens. Palms to the mat, plank. Drop knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, lift the chest, Cobra. Curl the toes under and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, drop the right knee. Right foot meets the left, forward fold. Palms together, rise up, lift the arms overhead, hands at heart center. Now you can repeat that or you can follow my lead. Inhale, arms up and back. Exhale, forward fold, brush the fingertips along the mat. Inhale, the arms behind the back. Let the arms fall forward. Now if you can, step the right foot back, drop the right knee, lift the arms up. Exhale, hands to the mat, plank. Drop knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, Cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. One breath. Deep inhale, long exhale. Right foot comes between the hands. If you want to do the variation, lift the arms up, gaze to the ceiling. Left foot meets the right, forward fold. Interlace the fingers behind the back. Inhale, rise all the way up, lift the arms, hands at heart center. Inhale, arms up, last one. Exhale, forward fold, brush the fingertips, interlace the fingers. Variation, step the left foot back, drop the left knee, lift the arms. Hands to the mat, plank. Drop knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shoulders are wide, away from the ears. Inhale, left foot forward. Right knee drops. Lift the arms overhead. Right foot forward, Uttanasana. Fingertips interlace. Hands release. Rise all the way up. Hands together. Gaze up. Hands come down. Heart center. Now we're going to lift the arms up again. Gaze to the ceiling. See if you can press the hips forward as you lift the chest up. And now release, forward fold. Now we're going to bring the right hand forward in front of the right foot. If you can, moving into standing splits, take the left hand around the left ankle. Begin to lift the right foot up in the air. Keeping the right hip point facing down, point the toe. You may be here, you may be here. Your leg may be higher than mine, depending on your flexibility. Keep the gaze down to the mat, or you can gaze towards the shin. Pull the chest towards the left leg. And slowly release the right leg down. We'll place the left hand in front of the left foot this time. Take the right hand around the right ankle. Slowly begin to lift the left leg up. Keep the left hip point facing down. Gaze to the floor or to the right shin. Point the toe. One more breath. Exhale, slowly release down. Bring the palms to the mat, step back to plank. Move through knees, chest, chin, or roll onto the toes for chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog with the thighs off the mat. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. If you need to take child's pose here for a few breaths, you can. Gaze towards the shins. Now we'll inhale, place the left foot next to the left thumb. Drop the right knee down, top of the left foot to the mat. Kapyasana pose. Hands in Kali Mudra, the first finger and thumb are out. Lift the arms overhead. And we'll lunge forward into the hips. If you can, begin to open the chest towards the ceiling. Gaze up. Our pose of devotion. Now inhale, rise back up. Bring the left foot back so the legs are square. We're going to drop the left hand to the inside of the left foot and lift the right arm up, twisting. Gaze to the ceiling. Breathe here, keep twisting the chest up. Now release the right hand. Curl the back toes under, return to plank, move through your flow. Finding downward facing dog or child's pose. A few breaths here. Inhale, right foot steps forward, drop the left knee, top of the left foot. Hands in Kali Mudra, preparing for Kapayasana, arms lift overhead. And exhale, lunge the hips forward. If you can't open the chest, find your back bend. Squeeze the head with the biceps. Now we'll lift up out of the waist. Bring the right foot back. Begin to drop the right hand to the inside of the right foot. Twist the chest, lift the left arm, gaze over the left thumb. Keep the right knee pressing into the right shoulder. And slowly release the left hand down. Curl the back toes under, return to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Meet in Adho Mukha Svanasana or Child's Pose. One more breath here. Now we're going to find plank. And we're going to pull the left knee in. Curl the nose into the left knee. Hold here. Keep lifting the left knee up. And now we'll place the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Preparing for lizard. Rock back and forth on the back toes. And now release the back knee, top of the back foot to the mat. Stay here on the hands. If you have a block, you can drop down onto the block with the forearms or drop the forearms down to the mat. Close the eyes. Keep the crown of the head extending forward. No lazy lizards. Now walk back onto the hands if you were down on the forearms. Begin to pull the right heel in towards the right glute. Take the left hand back around. See if you can grab hold of the ankle or the foot. Keep the chest forward, gaze forward. Activate the hamstring. See if you can pull the heel in just a little closer. If you can lower down onto the forearms, onto the forearm, you can. Slowly release the back foot. Return the left hand to the inside of the left foot. We'll return to plank. Move through your vinyasa. Meet in downward facing dog. Few breaths here. Release the head. You can shake the head, yes. Shake the head, no. Now we'll find our plank once again. One long line from the crown of the head to the heels. Now let's pull the right knee into the chest. Release the head, nose to knee. Keep pulling the leg up. One more breath. And now we'll release the right foot to the outside of the right hand. Begin to rock back and forth on the left toes. Now release the left knee, top of the left foot to the mat, or lizard pose. Stay here on the hands. If you have a block, you can lower the forearms to the block or begin to release the forearms to the mat. Keep the right leg hugging in. Now walk back up onto the hands if they were down. We're going to begin to kick the left heel in towards the left glute. Right arm comes around behind us. See if you can grab the ankle or the left foot. The chest is forward, gaze is forward. If you have more flexibility, you can drop down onto the left forearm. But this leg's pretty tight for me, so I'm going to stay on my hand. Breathe into any feelings of discomfort or tension. No pain here. If you're in pain, back out. Now we'll slowly release the left foot down. Right hand back, return to plank. Last vinyasa. Moving into our last downward facing dog, make it your best. Feel the heels pull to the mat. Feel the hips rise to the ceiling. Now let's gaze forward, hop, step, or walk your way to the front of your mat. We're going to drop the hips, lift the arms, chair pose. Keep the chest lifted. Gaze forward or to the sky. Drop the shoulders and keep the belly pulled in. Holding 5, 4, see if you can sink a little bit deeper. 3, 2, 1. Let's release, straightening the legs, forward fold. Walk the feet out so they're at hips distance apart. Release the head, release the neck, close the eyes. You can bring the hands to the back of the ankles, forearms along the calves. The belly rests on the thighs. Breathing deeply. Now we'll bring the hands down. Find plank. And now we'll release the knees to the mat. Press the hips back. Child's pose. Forehead comes to the mat. Stretch the fingertips forward as you pull the hips down to the heels. Inhale, lift the head, lift the hips slightly, and we'll slide forward onto the belly. Zip the legs together, point to toes, press the tops of the feet into the mat. Hands come by the chest, pull the elbows in, and we'll inhale to cobra. Any cobra you like. And slowly begin to release the head and the chest back to the mat. We'll find table for a moment, and then we're going to swing the legs around. We're going to go into shoulder stand here. So if you want to have a block, you can place it underneath the hips right at the sacrum. So wherever you are, we're going to release down to the mat. Let's bring the legs up. If you want to use the block, you can place it here underneath the sacrum. Keep the legs straight, point the toes. If you want to come into shoulder stand, you'll begin to lift the hips up. The feet go back. And then you're going to use the hands to support the back. Fingertips up. Hands on either side of the spine. If you need to keep the legs here, you can. But eventually, straightening the legs, toes point to the sky. Close the eyes here. Try to meditate in the pose. Focus between the eyebrows or on the breath. Now we'll slowly begin to release. You can release the feet back behind you and slowly lower down one vertebrae at a time. If you have your sacrum on a block, release the block. We're going to rise all the way up to Navasana boat pose. The feet can be flexed or pointed here, whatever your preference. Try to keep the shins parallel to the mat. You can also release the toes here if you need to, or keep the hands underneath the thighs. Keep the chest lifted. We're going to go into a rocking boat. So hands behind the thighs, release back, and then lift back up to boat. Hands behind the thighs, roll onto the spine, come back into boat. We'll do one more. Hands behind the thighs, rock onto the spine, rise back up to boat, and then we'll slowly release. Find Shavasana for one breath. Breathing into every pore of the body. Bringing energy back. Now point the toes, bring the feet together. We'll find fish pose here. Easy fish. Elbows underneath the shoulders. Puff the chest up and gaze to the ceiling. For another variation, you can bring the palms face down underneath the hips. Lift onto the forearms. Puff the chest up. Release the head back. Close the eyes. This pose stimulates the thyroid gland. If you want an added challenge, you can try to lift one leg, hold it there for a moment, lift the other leg, release the leg. Preparing to come up, we'll lift the head first, and then slowly release the back to the mat. Find Shavasana, releasing everything. One breath. And now we'll come up to a seated position. We're going to find a twist. So if you have a half lotus pose, you can do that. If you don't, you can just bring the sole of the foot into the thigh. So if you have half lotus, we're going to place the right foot to the crease of the left thigh. I'll spin here so you can see me. And then we're going to begin to twist. So the right hand is back behind us. You can bring the left hand to the right thigh. Gaze over the right shoulder. Keep the spine tall. Inhale the head forward. Now we're going to move into Marichyasana pose. So the right foot is to the inside of the left thigh. You want about a fifth width between the right foot and the left thigh. We're going to bring the left hand back to support us. Inhale, lift the right arm up. Exhale, release the right shoulder to the inside of the right foot. And then we're going to try to take a bind with the hands behind us while folding forward. So I'll try to turn here so you can see my hands. If your hands don't meet, you can hold on to your shirt, or if you have a strap, you can use it here. Close the eyes. Reach the crown of the head forward. Preparing to come out of the pose, slowly release the hands, begin to lift the head. Now we'll straighten the right foot. We'll find our twist first, so if you don't have half lotus, the left foot can come to the inside of the right thigh, or you can bring the left foot up to the crease of the right hip. And then we'll begin to find our twist. Reach the left hand around behind us, tall spine, as we twist to the left. Gaze over the left shoulder. Inhale, straighten the spine. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Inhale, begin to bring the head forward, and we'll release the left foot, keeping it to the inside of the right thigh. Check the width, the distance between the foot and the thigh, about a fist width apart. Right hand comes around the back to support us. Left arm reaches up. Exhale, fold forward. And try to wrap the left arm around the left thigh, fold forward. Crown of the head reaches to the toe. Close the eyes here. Use your shirt or your strap if you need it. Slowly begin to release the hands, lift the head. Now we're going to swing the legs around. Find one last plank. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly lower the belly onto the mat. We're going to move into some rolling cobras, but we're going to squeeze the legs together. So bring the right leg over the left. Begin to inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Feel the arms pulled into the body. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Bring the forehead to the mat. We're going to switch legs here. Left leg over the right. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale, release. 2, 3, 4. Inhale up. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. Squeeze the legs together. 4. Inhale. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Bring one ear to the mat. Release the legs. Release the arms by the side body. Close the eyes. One breath here. Place the hands underneath the shoulders. Let's sit up. And we're going to spin around onto the back. We're going to find bridge pose here. If you're totally done, you can bring the block underneath the sacrum for a supported bridge. If you have a little bit more energy, we're going to do a bridge, but we're going to lift the legs halfway. So just listen to my cues. Bring the heels in towards the hips. See if you can brush the fingertips on the back of the ankles. And now let's lift up. Lift the hips, lift the chest towards the chin. Holding here. If you want to interlace the fingers, you can. Wiggle the shoulders under the back. Now we're going to press into the left foot. See if you can lift the right leg up. Point the toe. Now slowly release the right foot. Press the weight into the right foot this time. Let's lift the left leg up. Keep the legs, the thighs in line with each other. Point the toe. Keep lifting the hips. And slowly release. Hold here. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the hands. Slowly release the back, one vertebrae at a time. Bring the feet to the outside edges of the mat. Open the arms out to a T and just windshield wiper the legs back and forth. Should feel a nice massage on the glute muscles. A gentle spinal twist each time the knees release down. And the next time the knees release to the left, take your gaze to the right. Drop the right ear to the mat. Knees come back to center. Gaze comes back to center. Drop the knees to the left. Gaze comes, drop the knees to the right. Gaze comes to the left. Close the eyes. Feel the breath. Follow the breath. And slow the breath down. Now inhale the knees, the head back to center. You can pull the knees in, give yourself a little squeeze. Lift the head. And we'll slowly release everything down. Preparing for Shavasana. If you need to put on a sweater, socks, or a blanket over the body, you can. Wiggle the shoulders under the back. The palms are facing up to the sky. The feet are loose. Shavasana is where we find ourselves in a state between awake and asleep to restore the body. Healing the body, not just physically, but mentally and emotionally. We'll start to relax the body with the left hand, left arm and shoulder. No sensation. Feel the right hand, the right arm and shoulder. No effort. Left foot, left leg and hip melt away. Right foot, right leg and hip sink into the mat. The pelvic region's heavy. The abdomen, chest, relax. Feel the back release into the mat. The neck, jaw, and tongue are loose. The face has no expression. Feel the eyes sink deep into their sockets. And leave the body here to rest. Begin to deepen the breath. Make small movements with the body. And when you feel ready, slowly make your way up to a seated position. Keep the eyes closed or a gentle gaze down to the floor. Sit up with a tall spine. And hands come to heart center in Anjali Mudra. We'll close our practice with one community breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth. Sighing any last bit of tension or stress out of the body. Inhale. Exhale. Loka samasta sukhino bhavantu. Let all beings everywhere be happy, healthy, and free. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste.